Spring training 2024 has been underway now for about 2 weeks, and we have unfortunately started getting some news on guys that will begin the season on the IL, missed the 2024 season or more, missed a couple of weeks, or just missed a few days. Let's get started with the biggest injury of them all, Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito was signed by the Boston Red Sox this offseason for 2 years, $38 million. One of the few, if you want to call it, good additions to the Red Sox that the Red Sox made this offseason. Giolito had success in the past between 2019 and 2021, but one thing you could count on with him was his availability. I'm sure Boston fans were rooting for a possible rebound season, but one thing that they were for sure getting before this injury was 170 to 180 innings, something constant in the rotation for them for the next 2 years. Well, all that came to an end after Giolito experienced discomfort in his elbow following his last outing last week. Per the initial imaging, Giolito's elbow has a partially torn UCL and flexor strain. Now, people have started speculating, will the Red Sox now go after Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell? In my opinion, it's the opposite. Red Sox are already looking at a fifth-place finish in the AL East in 2024. They lose one of their inning eaters. Why would they go out and invest in Monty or Snell when they are not in a window to win or even close to it? And that's a whole nother story, by the way. I might make a video on how bad the owners have been for that city the past few years. It's pathetic what they're doing over there. We would really appreciate it if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, and give us your thoughts in the comment section down below how you think these injuries could hurt their respective team or the player itself. This really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, while you can also stay in touch with us and know when we drop our next videos. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help us out. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, the next guy is Justin Verlander. Verlander will begin the season on the IL, according to manager Joe Espada. It doesn't sound like it's anything serious, but more of a precautionary measure. As he's already 41 years old, Verlander has been injured each of the last 4 years with arm issues, shoulder issues, also had a calf issue in 2022, and Tommy John in 2021. So it looks like he just hasn't had enough time to build up, and the Astros are just going to play it safe and make sure he is ready to go before coming back, probably sometime in late April, I would say. Now, Sonny Grey, who just came off of a great year, finishing second place in Cy Young voting behind Garrett Cole and receiving 3 years, $75 million contract with the St. Louis Cardinals during this offseason. He suffered a hamstring strain during the first inning of his last start. Grey does have a history with hamstring issues, dating back 2 years ago where he missed 21 days and then 16 days in the same season. Going by those recovery times, we're probably looking at a 2 to 4 week return time, so he should only miss 1 to 2 weeks of the regular season. This one's going to hurt the Cardinals a bit, as their rotation is already older guys with some injury history. So I'm sure Cardinal fans and the team hope the rest of the guys can stay healthy to at least begin the season. Next, we got Kevin Gausman, another guy who has put together some amazing seasons the past 4 or 5 years. Manager John Schneider says that after his last bullpen session over the weekend, he witnessed what they're calling shoulder fatigue. They took him to get an MRI, and the MRI showed no structural concerns and no injuries. So for now, it looks like something, really nothing to worry about. He'll be reevaluated later this week, and he should be good to go for opening day. There's definitely something to monitor, though, as the shoulder issues and elbow issues for pitchers are never something they want to hear, as it can lead to bigger issues down the road. This guy has been the ace and inning eaters for the Toronto Blue Jays since he joined them at the top of the rotation. Also finished third in Cy Young voting last year. If this creeps back up during the season, it will definitely be something that the Blue Jays will feel, as this guy is arguably a top 5 pitcher in the MLB, and their depth is pretty much non-existent with guys that have MLB experience. We got 2 more guys to go over quickly, one being Cedric Mullins. According to Orioles manager Brandon Hyde, Mullins was taken in for an MRI with some discomfort on the hamstring after being taken out during a spring training game on Monday after advancing on a ground ball. Mullins was impacted by groin issues last year, so at least this is not a reoccurrence of that, but it is definitely something that will affect him if he can't get that back to 100%, as he relies on that speed as one of his tools on the field. But it sounds like the Orioles are just being cautious with him. as the Orioles are looking to be all in this year, going for a championship. Lastly, we got Vaughn Grissom, previously with the Braves and now with the Red Sox. After being traded in the deal for Chris Sale, will start the season on the 10-day IL. Grissom has been sidelined with first hamstring problems and now a groin strain, and hasn't been able to make his Red Sox debut this spring training. The severity of the injury is still unknown as of today. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below. Which injury concerns you the most? Which injury do you think will affect their respective team the most? Thank you. See you on the next one.